I'm Doug Massi, and today I'm going to share 4 different forms. And basically, guys, what these things are is props that I use in every one of my face-to-face sales presentations, specifically designed to make it easier for Moy to close more final expense sales than most agents. And the thing is, between these 4 very important presentation props, you're going to be able to build lots of rapport, look more knowledgeable and professional, and even almost hypnotize your prospects into submission due to the highly suggestive nature and effect that these forms tend to have. And if you'd like a copy of both the policy summary along with the guarantees of whole life insurance, which are 2 of the forms that I'm going to be talking about today, just hang around till the end of this video and I'm going to show you guys how to get both of these bad boys for yourself. And yes, now is the perfect time to give this video a like. And if you're new to our channel, we recommend that you subscribe. We're putting out new insurance content and final expense sales training videos just like this one every week. There are 3 things that you want to do in every final expense or life insurance sales presentation. 1, you need to build lots of rapport so that the client will actually trust you and feels comfortable enough to give you their social security number and their checking account information. 2, you want to separate what you are selling and what you do from all the other insurance agents that these folks have already seen or eventually might speak with. And 3, you want the prospect to absolutely sense that you are a true sales professional and the one person that's going to help them best when it comes to their insurance needs. With that being said, let's talk about the very first sales prop that I pull out. I am your policy. Now, you're going to want to laminate this form, and I would even suggest that maybe you laminate it back to back with the 8 reasons seniors purchased whole life insurance. And the way that I like to use this form, actually both of these forms, is a little bit different than how most insurance agents are using them. After I've asked the prospect all the health questions and have made them get up off the couch to go grab their medication list, and I'm talking about the medication list that they get from their doctor. You know, they usually keep one in their car or in their purse or in their wallet. You got to get them to grab all the prescription medication bottles. That's when it's time to do the underwriting. For an independent life insurance agent, we want to find the best product based on like the client's health or even their financial situation. And of course, we want to give them the best price with the most competitive carrier that they can qualify for. But guys, it's also got to be like a carrier that accepts whatever form of payment that they have available. In other words, if your client receives their Social Security money every month on one of those debit cards, like a Direct Express card, for instance, or even it can be any type of refillable debit card, we don't want to sell them a carrier like, I don't know, Royal Neighbors or American Amicable, because those carriers only want to insure people who are responsible enough to have a savings or a checking account through like a normal bank or a credit union. And sorry about getting off track, however, I thought that was kind of important. It's also important that you keep the prospect's attention during the entire sales presentation, and when you go to, do the field underwriting, this is when these folks will tend to, get up and maybe lose focus and start doing something else, like literally right in front of you. While I'm doing the underwriting and figuring out what carrier that I'm going to sell the client, or propose to them at least, what I'll do is I'll tell the prospect to get up and go grab your glasses because I've got something very important to show you. That's when I pull out the laminated I Am Your Policy, which has the 8 reasons seniors purchased whole life insurance on the back side, and I tell them that it's very important that they read the whole thing front and back. So instead of letting them get distracted and lose focus, I literally use both of those highly suggestive forms, they are, guys, to help build value in the product while it keeps them in the yes mode that I've already put them in, which leads us to the 3rd sales prop that I pull out, the guarantees of whole life insurance. Now, once I've done the underwriting portion of the sales presentation, what I want to do is show the client not only the difference between whole life insurance and term life insurance, but we want them to see that what we're selling is better than all the stuff that they're seeing on TV, the TV commercials, all the stuff they're getting in the mail, and the stuff that these people are trying to sell them over the phone. What I suggest doing is laminating these forms so that you can pull them out during each one of your sales presentations. Really, you should read each line to them one by one and make sure they understand that term life insurance is the last thing that they want to buy, because term life insurance is designed to expire or terminate before they do. And the last thing that they're going to want is to be, old and having health issues like we all do when we get older, when their term policy terminates, which by then either, well, A, the cost of the burial insurance is going to be so much that they won't be able to afford it, or B, they might not even be able to qualify for an insurance policy. And there is one last form that I'm going to show you, and this is what I use once I've closed the sale. The policy summary. The policy summary doesn't need to be laminated because we're actually going to leave this with the client. The idea of the policy summary is so you end up leaving your new client, the person you just sold, with something that is clear and professional, and it needs to have both like the draft date on it along with the exact monthly premium that they're going to end up paying. And what I like to do is just read it to them line by line so that they also get a summary of what you just did for them and their family. And you can even put like your picture on this thing too. And now you're leaving them with something that not only has the pertinent information about the insurance that they just purchased, but it also has your information on it too. Now, you're not just leaving them, your new client with like a brochure of the carrier you just sold them along with your business card, but you're leaving them with like a nice and neat summary of their insurance, that has the monthly cost and a reminder of the draft date. For those of you who would like access to free final expense telesales training, what I suggest you do is just click on the link above. This link should take you to our 3-part final expense telesales training series. And what this thing does is it goes over like everything you need to sell final expense successfully, remotely, right from the comfort of your own home. If you'd like a copy of the policy summary along with the guarantees of whole life insurance, or really any of the forms that I mentioned in this video, and yes, you will need to name all of them when you request them. Don't just say, hey Doug, can you send me all those forms you mentioned in that video? Dude, we got hundreds of videos. Just email me at doug@ufesonline.com. For more information on selling final expense through our top producer telesales platform. This thing is bad. Just shoot me an email at that same address. Remember guys, when you put the needs of your clients first, everything else will usually fall right into place. Now get out there or get on that phone and do something good for someone today. Happy hunting. With